So today what I plan to do is I will take up a case. I will present the case and then outline issues related to strategy implementation. Okay. Uh, so let me begin. So today I will take up the case of global tariff war and see what we can learn from this in a course like strategy that we are, studying. So at the outset, uh, let me make this disclaimer. So this case is prepared by me based on publicly available information. Okay, and it is to be used as a basis for class discussion, and it is not intended to show correct or incorrect handling of an administrative situation. So with this kind of a disclaimer, let me proceed. Let me put this in red. So let me begin. I mean, now this is the hot topic. So let me give the brief background. And let me at the outset state that Sir Trump, President of United States of America, is a true patriot, and his love for his country, that is the USA, is unbounded. And so, lot of things have appeared in the social media, YouTube, newspapers, and all that. So I have been following this for the last 1 week or last 1 month. And let me state the objectives. as I decipher. It wants to shift high-end manufacturing from China, Europe, UK, because UK has now exited from the European Union via Brexit, and Canada and Mexico. And as a diplomatic move, it wants to hurt Chinese by engineering low-end manufacturing to India or Brazil or any such alternative, because China is seen inimical to US. Although at one point in time, China was built by Europe and USA. When they said that Asia is China and China is Asia. So these are the deciphered objectives of the USA. Now let us look at the strategy, plan of action, or strategy, implementation. What it did was, it's all of a sudden, Sir Trump, all of a sudden puts 25% or higher tariffs on China, Canada, Mexico, Europe, and UK, and also India. So this was the plan of action. All of a sudden, these changes have been done. And let me see the stakes. What are the stakes? China exports 450 billion USD to USA. Canada also has a very high figure. I'm not sure, but approximately this is also 300 billion USD exports to USA. Mexico, I'm not sure of these figures, but around 100 to 150 billion USD exports to USA. I do not have figures for European Union and UK, but I believe the number is very high. So this is the plan of action. And to cut the long story short, let me sort of outline dependency of USA on the external world. Canada supplies about $100 billion of oil, natural gas, and electricity to USA. It also gives enriched uranium to USA. Also, it is a key supplier. Also, it is a key supplier of critical minerals, of cobalt and lithium for electric vehicle to US auto industry. Next, Mexico. Now, among other things, it makes specialized auto components. It makes specialized auto components. Okay, and and if this supply is cut off, then auto industry of USA will be badly affected. It is believed that if USA wants to make it in USA, it will take 5 to 10 years. It will take 5 to 10 years and billions of dollars of investment to build in-house supply chain. And, even in Canada, US also has a huge oil reserve, but will take time and investment to ramp up its production. So these kind of informations I have gathered from publicly available information. And then comes UK. It makes specialized auto components, and proprietary auto software whose who software which, if cut off, will lead to crippling of USA auto industry in the short term. Because it will take a lot of time to build this supply chain in-house. USA can definitely do it. And next, this thing is, Canada has said that they can impose toll tax on travel to Alaska. These are the dependencies. And the European Union has recently said if tariff war is imposed on them, then they will not share military intelligence. They will not share military intelligence with the USA. And EU is upset as USA pivots towards Russia. And also as USA threatens to as USA threatens to exit NATO. So these are the interdependencies. And China has imposed 100% retaliatory tariffs on US products. Similarly, I gathered from publicly available information that UK also has 100% tariffs on US products. So this is the scenario, and I mentioned the stakes, and I mean India is also a victim of this tariff war, but our stakes are very less as we export about $80 billion USD export to USA. And since our stakes are not very high, so Sir Modi has decided not to open his mouth because our stakes are not very high, and European Union has offered free trade agreement to India. तो लोग कहते हैं कि सर मोदी का मुंह सील गया है, बट दैट्स द वेरी नाइस वे टू डू डिप्लोमेटिकली. ही हैज चोजन टू कीप क्वाइट. So this is the sort of scenario, okay? And so the sum total is there are retaliatory tariffs, world. I mean, there is a war going on. The tariff war. आपकी रोजी रोटी छीनने का लड़ाई चल रहा है. Okay. And okay. So now the issue is, the question is open to class. USA and Sir Trump have chosen to act in a big bang manner. USA and Sir Trump have chosen to act in a big bang manner, okay, and have attacked whole world in one go. Alternative is Could it have acted in an incremental manner by attacking first only China and maybe other inimical country? So this question is open to class, and I will like to take your opinion. What should be done? So I expect at least 3 or 4 students to give their opinion. Hello, are you with me?
Yes, sir. We are.
हाँ, तो बताइए तो प्रिया, you give your opinion. I will put it down on the this file which I'll be sharing with you too. बताइए, what should be done?
Sir, in context of India, like the Sir Modi is like doing a wait and watch policy. Like he's waiting, like what other countries are going to take on. So he will like doing his move based on the other countries. Like if as you said here that Europe is offering India to FTA trade, free FTA trade.
Yeah.
So this is the conclusion of like wait and watch policy, wait and watch
Yeah,
policy
wait and
and
watch policy.
incremental.
You are absolutely right. We are following a wait and watch policy because what is at stake is only $80 billion a year,
Right,
not too
right,
much. Chinese
right.
have $450 billion. Canada has about 300 to $350 billion, and so on. And our stakes are very less, 80 billion dollar, about 10% of our exports. We can
Right, sir.
find some alternative. But the question is, put
Mhm.
yourself, put yourself into the shoes of Sir Trump. I mean, very rarely you will get an opportunity to act like president of USA. Okay, put yourself into the shoes of Mr. Trump and give me your take on whether to act in a big bang manner or will you act in an incremental manner as you go about to achieve your objectives. So it is a mode. What mode of strategy implementation to be chosen? So just answer in uh, one or two words whether you will go for a big bang approach or you will go for an incremental approach if you were in the position of Sir Trump. That kind of an answer I'm looking for. Yes, Priya.
Sir, for now, I will go like if I'm the suit of Sir Donald Trump, I will go for incremental approach.
Okay, so one opinion is incremental approach. Now I will ask somebody else to give his opinion. Say Abhishek. अभिषेक आप बताइए आपका क्या ओपिनियन है अभिषेक
Sir, yes, sir. So Donald Trump, he maybe thinks himself of some sort of a savior or something, and
है
that is why his campaign of Make America Great Again, that is MAGA, he put that election campaign against around it. So he knows that he has only one term based on the American Constitution. He can't be reelected again as the president of the United States, and hence has taken the matter into his own hands to take radical and bold approach, which he has also been in his business also. So maybe that is why, because of his nature and personality, he's taking these forms of radical and bold approaches to uh, fulfill his dream of making America great again.
yeah
So
okay I
based on
see
those
your point
personality
I see your
prospects,
point
if I am President Trump, then
then what will you do a big bang approach or an incremental approach
Big Bang approach.
big bang
Since
approach
I have limited time, I will take Big Bang approach because I know nobody's going to do the things that I'm going to do as of right now.
big bang approach I mean the reasons are only 4 years only 4 years to go and given his objectives of MAGA he's in a hurry and so that is the kind of a thing and also that USA is the wealthiest country. Yeah. It can sustain the negative shocks. It can take negative shocks. And what are the negative shocks? So let me spend some time on negatives of Big Bang. Negatives of a Big Bang approach. Okay. Losing trust in the world. Canada and China have joined hands for export of Canadian energy and Chinese imports. So losing trust in the world is one of the negatives. And other negatives was I was following US stock markets. So on Monday, the 10th March, US stocks, $4 trillion of wealth is wiped out. So these are the negatives. If Mexico cuts down the supply of critical components, Canadians cut the electricity and stop export of energy to USA. Okay, so in the short run there are very such problems. Okay? So you may have recession as feared as feared in social media. We have a recession in the USA. So these are the negatives. Okay. And let me stress once again. There is nothing right or wrong in management. You take a decision according to your value system and reap the fruits of your decision, and bear with its negatives and bear with its negatives, and that's about it. And as academicians, what is important for us as a as a student of strategy? Analysis. Analysis will fetch the points. Or analysis will fetch the marks. So that is the and one more negative of this is you know uh, there might be price rise because of these tariffs and significant job cuts. So these are the negatives, and these are the positives. And as two students have already argued, one has said, I mean, there are two opinions: go by incremental decision or an big bang approach. Each can be reasoned out. Okay, and there are global supply chain intricacies. Global supply chain intricacies. This must also be considered, that you are dependent on others. This is the kind of analysis uh, which has been made. So let us now look at what does theory have to offer. What does theory has to offer? So what does theory has to offer? Sir Lindblom and Braybrook have done work on public administration. had done work on public administration, and they observed that complexities are just too many. And have recommended that one should follow the process of disjointed incrementalism in public administration. So having said this, let me share a paper of theirs which I downloaded from internet, from Google uh, last night. So he has said types of decision making, and I will send this paper to you, and you may go through this. So time is less. So I will simply outline. Look at this diagram. Look at this diagram. I hope this is neatly visible now. He has prepared a 2x2 matrix, a large change and an incremental change. And on y-axis, he has high understanding and low understanding, possibly referring to complexities. If complexity is high, then you are likely to have low understanding. And you may make a large radical change, or you may make an incremental change. So this is what we have rephrased as a Big Bang approach, or as an incremental approach. So this is high understanding and low understanding. So if I may sort of write it down here, high complexity will have low understanding, and low complexity will have high understanding. So this is what Sir Lindblom and Braybrook have said. And now let me show you the last kind of a diagram. So I show you this diagram, and you make large change when understanding is very high. And as has been pointed out here, that you make revolutionary and utopian decision making. You make radical decision making, especially if you have very high understanding of the situation. Okay. And let us look at quadrant 2. If there is a uh, if there is a high understanding and you make an incremental approach, you have here in the quadrant 2 some administrative and technical decision making. And the danger is you may lose out on big opportunities because you have high understanding of the situation, and by taking small steps, you may be foregoing big benefits. And the third quadrant is you have a low understanding, you make incremental changes. And as has been pointed out here, analytical method is disjointed incrementalism among others. Okay. And you look at the quadrant 4, large change and low understanding. There'll be wars, revolutions, crisis, and grand opportunities. Okay. So let me now focus on this kind of a scenario. I mean, it's a very, what kind of foresight these authors have had. Large change and low understanding will lead to wars, revolution, crisis, and grand opportunities. So let me focus on this. Okay. And the, I read in the social media that Chinese Navy has encircled Australia and New Zealand. And you will not be surprised that New Zealand New Zealand PM is visiting India for 5 days on a 5-day tour. You know, तो चाइना वालों ने ऑस्ट्रेलिया को डरा दिया है. And Sir Trump says we will not sell war submarines to Australia or New Zealand. I mean, what great visionary paper was written that in quadrant 4 there'll be wars. There is already a tariff war. I mean, Chinese military have threatened Australia and New Zealand that what they can do. And Trump has dumped Australia and New Zealand, and they are looking towards India. And as America leaves NATO, European Union will increase their defense budget. European Union will increase their defense budget, and it offers opportunities for Indian defense industry, whose defense exports have risen from 2,000 crores in 2014 to 21,000 crores in 2024. it offers grand opportunities for us. I mean, this is what Sir Lindblom and Braybook have said. It will offer grand opportunities in quadrant 4. Okay. So these are grand opportunities for India. Okay. And as an extension to this, that high complexity will lead to low understanding and low complexity will lead to high understanding. This coupled with the fact that cost leaders have low uncertainty and therefore should go in a big bang approach. And differentiators have high uncertainty should go in a incremental approach. So above framework was given by my PhD students. And has been empirically verified. Okay. And I'll be talking about these things in our classes to come. So with this, I end. If somebody has to add something to this, he's most welcome to do that, or else I stop here and let us have a next class at 11:45. If you have something to add, you can add in next 2 to 3 minutes, or I stop here. Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So we meet at 11:45. I will soon send you the Zoom link. Thank you very much.